I know that we can do this if we all just work together. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor, just reaching out to you one more time just to tell you some things that are on my mind and things that are going on in the world. If you like this, make sure that you hit the like button. You can always subscribe right here on the corner. Hit that little YouTube button and you will be subscribed and you will get more things. And you can even hit the bell so that every time that I have a video, you will know it instantly. I just finished talking with Bernard Franklin. He's the Vice President of Student Life at the You're going to hear a lot of things that he has said, some of his opinions about where he's at in his life, so that you will understand exactly what's going on in his world and some of the things that he has as issues. So let's talk about Thurmont for a second. Okay, I know you guys have been following me. I know that you guys have been watching. We talked about the student life in the Mount. He stated that the incoming class was about 40% African American. So I asked him some questions. What happens when the students want to come to Thurmont? Do you guys advertise Thurmont? Do you encourage the students to go to Thurmont? His response to me was, we just don't even talk about it. So that's a problem with me. I don't know if you guys want more business at Thurmont or even if you care, but all I can say is that you have a university that's full of students that maybe only use the sheets, that might not even come all the way into Thurmont. Do we want that? I don't know. But I can tell you economics say that we need to get as many people into our businesses so that we can make the money, so that we can employ more people, so that the people of Thurmont and even the people of Frederick will then have an understanding of what we can do to make this country great, or make this county great, or even make the city great without hate. So without any other further ado, I want you to meet Bernard Franklin. So first question, Bernard, tell me what's on your mind. What do you think is really going on in our community?
In these last few weeks, by a portion of scripture from 1 Corinthians 13, where Paul opens up that book to the Corinthian church by talking about, I can have everything. I can have money, I can have wealth, I can have a name, I can have degrees, I can have the privilege, I can have anything and everything. But if I don't have love, I am nothing. I'm a sounding brass and a tinkling cymbal. Our country, our world doesn't know what love is. We don't have a concept of what it is to love our brothers. We don't even have probably a true concept of what it is to love ourselves. So I can't love my brother if I don't love myself. And I think in a lot of us, we have a lot of self-doubt, we have a lot of self-pain, hurt, wounds, trauma that keeps us from reaching out and being love to each other. If I can't resolve my own issues, I tend to want to hoard, I tend to want to keep, I tend to want to be angry or upset about giving to somebody else because I'll miss out, I'll lose. We have this kind of a negative abundance mentality, and it's all about me and keeping for me. And I often say, what is it, a culture where everybody has to have a TV in every bedroom? And having a TV in every bedroom means I got to work my butt off to try to get all that, and then I got to work to keep it. Well, working to get it, working to keep it means that I can't give to other people. I'm not available to other people because I'm trying to hoard more and more and more. And that's some of my issue with the church, and some of my issue with us as people, is that Jesus didn't come to hoard. He came to give. And he gave everything he had. He opened up himself, opened up his arms to a cross, and said, here I am, lay my life down for the world. Love is sacrificial. And in order to be sacrificial, I really have to know myself. I got to really be whole and healthy to lay my life down. And so I'm learning that from working with my daughter. I'm learning that by dealing with my own issues, that I can love out of myself when myself is healed, when myself is whole, when I'm not trying to protect myself, I'm not trying to keep myself, I'm not trying to do for myself. I can give out of myself and really, literally, man, empty myself because I love myself. I know who I am. I know I'm a child of God. And so if we can get people to really heal their wounds and heal their past, they can begin to understand what true love, true sacrificial love really is. And that's where the world is we've lost a sacrificial concept, a sacrificial understanding of what it is to love. So like we were talking earlier, going to Africa, man, you see the sacrifices. You see people who have nothing, who give. And it is, you feel it instantaneously when you walk onto that continent, that people who have nothing, literally nothing, are the ones who love the most and love the deepest.
What do you think about the hate level in America? Why do you think people are hating so much?
Hate is a mirror of how I see myself. I mean, I think a lot of people have self-hate. They don't love themselves. I think we are a wounded generation, and I gotta say, it's on both sides. You know, we got a lot of white people who are wounded, who don't own their own woundedness. Certainly, we have a lot of black people who are wounded and don't own their own woundedness. And like we talked earlier, some of them don't even know that they are wounded. So when I'm wounded, man, it's hard to love. It's hard to give. It's hard to be available. It's like I want to salve my own wounds first. I want to take care of my own needs first. And sometimes when I see POTUS and I see other people, that's what I see is a wounded man, a deeply wounded man who doesn't know how to give because he would be giving out of his woundedness. And when I'm wounded, I can't give. You know, I say, you can't give what you don't have. And if you don't have self-love, if you don't love yourself, how can you give it to other people?
Leave my Cadillacers with one last thought.
Yeah, man, Father, that's just, it's a core in our society. Though Caucasian families might have a father, their father has given himself to his work. And so I work with young people at the Mount who come from well-heeled Catholic homes who are just as broken as some of my African-American kids because they have not had their father available emotionally to them. They haven't been affirmed. So you have it literally on both sides. But when you have a young man who goes through 3 generations of woundedness, who his great uncle was lynched, and nowhere in that family line was that healed. The sins of the forefathers, not the sins of that man, but the sins of somebody else's father inflicted on that man who hangs, will bear itself in these young people today. And so part of our job is how do we get in there and clean those wounds so that we can build up that man.
After talking with Bernard Franklin, I believe that we can do something major and powerful on the north end of Frederick County. Do I believe it's going to be hard? Yes. Do I believe that it's going to take a lot of people that are looking at themselves and trying to figure out how they can change this world? Yes. What won't work is hate. We definitely got to take hate out. We have to take hate out of Thurmont. We have to take hate out of Frederick, even Frederick County, Maryland. Stop hating in general. This is Cadillac Counselor. I hope that you got something out of today's talk, but Mr. Franklin did promise me we are going to make an impact in this community. It's the Cadillac Counselor. Take it easy.